We're actually going to start with transaction codes and how to make these changes so that they correspond with changes to your accounting software. So, step number one is to add or change a transaction code in your accounting software first. This may not be applicable with some types of accounting software, or if your accounting software does not require transaction code information, you can actually skip step number one and go directly to step number two. Here, I have a short video that'll show you how to add or change a transaction code in Roomkey. So you're going to start from System Configuration and go directly to Transaction Codes. This transaction code area is going to allow you to manage your room charge codes. Most of the time when you're adding a new charge code, you're going to select Other Charge. This is where the majority of your charge codes should be created. You'll click the Add button, and you can add a code and description for this new transaction and click OK. Roomkey is going to remind you that you need to attach a GL account and make the account code active. So with this code selected, I'll click the Accounts tab, click the Insert button, and I'm going to attach a account. So I'm just going to use miscellaneous in this example and select OK. Now that the account is attached, I can now activate this code on the General tab by clicking Modify and placing a check mark into the active checkbox and click OK. Now that damage fee transaction code is now available to use. I'm just going to find an example here. I'm just going to close the transaction codes menu, and I'm going to go to one of our reservations here and click Post Charges. I should now be able to find my damage fee in this list of codes, and you'll see that the reference information populates with the damage fee details there. Now, if you're changing a transaction code, you'll start in much the same way. You'll go directly to System Configuration and select Transaction Codes. You want to make sure you're looking at Other Charge. This is where most of your transaction codes live. Let me go directly to Damage Fee here, and you can click the Modify button. Now you can change things like the code itself, so I might just update the code. I might call this a damage charge instead of damage fee. Any of those details I can change right away and click OK. Some other things that you can update here is add or remove taxes, using the Taxes tab to add or remove taxes there, and click Post in order to save your changes. You can also set a fixed amount for a charge. So for example, I'll insert a damage fee base rate or base fixed amount of $200 and select OK. The other thing that you can do using these modify functions is the ability to deactivate a transaction code. So this is an active transaction code, but if I go back to the General tab, click Modify, I can remove that active checkbox and click OK. Now that damage charge is still within this list, and it maintains any reporting associated with that code. But if I click Post Charges, you'll see that that damage code is no longer available to use for new charges. So I wouldn't be able to post anything new to that deactivated or inactive transaction code.